hard, cakewalk, joyride, bake car, straight talk, straight talk, straight talk.
My name is Claudia Tesserin Campbell, and I am the president of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation. Welcome to These Three Things. You don't know what it is about. Usually once per month, usually on the last Saturday of the month, we come to you live to discuss three things. Three things that stick in our craw, that either made us happy or made us angry or just somewhere in between. And so we here, the directors of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation come and each of us choose one such topic and we discuss.
Answer, I'm dancing, I'm all in my zone. James Brown. Dumb hard, cakewalk, joyride, bake car, straight talk, straight talk, straight talk, straight talk. Dumb hard, cakewalk, joyride, bake car, straight talk, straight talk, straight talk, straight talk. Check a flag waving, green light flashing, all of you see is gold. Hey, whip my wrist, my whip got hits, I whipped up this my stove. Hey, shoot like this you get when you subscription HBO. Hey, misfit with the shits, too slick to slip up, slip they throw. On the lay, right at they necks and
Good evening and welcome to These Three Plus Things. My name is Claudia Tesserin Campbell, and I am the chairperson and president of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation. I hope you can hear me well. And as it said in that intro, that it's 3 plus things. So it's the directors of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation and a guest. Last month, we were supposed to have with us Colleen, who is a member of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation, as our plus one. And she had technical issues, so she wasn't able to join us live. She was in the comments. So she's back with us this month, and we were supposed to be having a fourth person with us this month, but work commitment calls. So without further ado, let me bring in my other two guests. So with me here is Clara Brown, who is the director and secretary of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation. As you come in, please share the live, or as you're watching, if you're watching it later, please share the live. And I have also Colleen. How are you, my darling? You're finally here?
Yes, I am. Finally.
Okay, you're a little low still. You're a little low.
Let me come a little closer. I'm here.
Okay. How are you, Clara? How the election? Oh, you are the election.
That's not my thing. That's not my topic.
No, that's not your topic. I'll pass with you. Okay, folks, for those of you who don't know, Clara is the director and secretary of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation. For those of you who are new to the Daughters of Sheba Foundation, Clara, you don't know to say we have 10K followers now. I will never buy none of them. Yep. Khalid, we're getting feedback from you, so I'm just going to mute you until you start to talk, and then I'll bring you back in. Yes, we now have 10K followers, so I'm moving on to 11K. I posted a few things, and they basically went viral, and people have been following us. So I want to say welcome to those persons who have been following us. We have had quite a few followers from South Africa, from Nigeria. I don't know if that is Gabrielle's influence. And we've had quite a few followers from the US, from Jamaica, but most of the people are not from Jamaica. And you know what? I'm fine with that, because I've always said that this is not a Jamaican platform per se. Yes, we do. Our frame of reference is Jamaica, and the work that we do is mainly in Jamaica. But when it comes to women's issue, this is an international issue. So I'm pleased as ever that we're reaching out into other areas of the world, and because that is always the intention, right, Clara?
Right. That's it's a long time coming, but
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is encouraging. It is really
Very
encouraging.
encouraging. I like to say welcome to all, each and every one of them. And just so those of you who don't know, the Daughters of Sheba Foundation is going into its fourth year. We have always been on Facebook. We have always been here as a private group. We started out 14 years ago. That was when Clara and I met, and we were a private group. We just stayed to ourselves and have our conversations within our group. And then, things changed and life changed and all of that. And we decided, who is this? Colleen, why are you here twice? We decided to open up and create a formal foundation. So we are registered. We've been registered since August 2020. We are a Canadian registered nonprofit organization. We are not a charity. And even with these new people who have joined us, Clara, I've been getting emails asking us, what can you do for us, and so forth. And I've had to say to people, we are not a charity. We are very selective about who and what we fund. And most of our work is inspirational, motivational, self-help, one-on-one interaction. And if people want to talk with us on a one-on-one basis, they can always join the like and follow our page and join our private group. I am there sometimes even more than I am on my paying job, talking with people, supporting people. So welcome to all of you who have decided to follow the foundation. Like I said, this is our fourth year. August will be 4 years old. And as Clara said, this has been a long time in coming, that we have wanted to expand, reach new people, different audience. We are, for the Jamaicans who will be watching this, we are totally not into we're definitely not into the baga baga, as they say in Jamaica. We're not into the mix up, we're not into the drama. Our mission has always been and will always be to uplift people, and particularly women, right? Now, I don't know what has happened to Colleen.
Starting at the tambourine too early.
Yeah. She disappeared. So tonight's program is one that we do once per month, usually towards the end of the month. Like I said, it's usually the directors of the foundation, which there are four of us, but one of our directors is really in the background. That's my daughter, Abigail. So it's usually Clara, Gloria, and I. Gloria is visiting family and has been in the UK now for a few weeks. And because of the time difference, she's not able to be with us. So this is a once a month program where we discuss items in the news, things that stuck out for each of us. And as I love to say, that sticking our craw, that, either pleased us, annoyed us. We want to debate it, hear your opinions about these issues. So tonight there will be 3 issues that we will talk about if Colleen comes back. I have her issue here. I actually was going to go to her first, but as she's having again technical issues, hopefully she come back. Clara, do you want to start?
I was hoping Colleen would go first.
Yes, I was hoping so too, because I have her thing. Queued up. I really was hoping, and I have 2 things for you. I was hoping that Colleen would go first. I would go second, and we would do yours last. Let me see if she's messaging me here. No, that's not her. I don't know if her phone died or what happened. So, like I said, sometimes I am based in Canada. I'm a Jamaican Canadian, or a Canadian Jamaican, whichever way you want to put it. So I've been living in Canada going on 21, 22 years. I'm a Canadian citizen. So sometimes the topic that I will bring to the table is about Jamaica, or sometimes it's about Canada. Sometimes it's international. And the same, like when Gloria, who is now visiting the United Kingdom, she might bring something from the United Kingdom, or it just might be something from anywhere in the world. tonight, I think two of the topics that we have planned are based in Jamaica, but they are applicable to anywhere in the world because it's about one of them is about politics, it's about tourism, other one is about dating. Actually, it's so funny because Colleen's is about somewhere in the line of dating and relationship, and so too is mine. So, Colleen, Clara, you want to go first because I've been talking so much. I don't want to go first. Let me bring it
I
up.
must have been before.
Sometimes you are just sad remarking that people would think say you hate me, But
Well, you know.
So which one you want first? You send me two articles.
They're connected. They're connected, somehow.
Right,
Because they are in January, and I need to rework January.
What do you mean you need? What do
We
you
need
mean?
to. Too many things happen in January that distract from my birthday.
Oh, I see.
That,
You mean you need to change your birth month?
yeah. January was just so full of all kinds of incidents, and like December.
But this was a February thing. But this was a February item.
No, it was in January that they
But this article that you have that I've brought up here that you said
yes, because he was reacting to the ban. The advisory was issued January 23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you want to tell people what is this advisory that you're referring to?
So in January of 2024, USA again issued a travel advisory to their citizens that they must be wary or they are to reconsider travel to Jamaica because of the crime situation. The health system is poor. The tourism products that we are selling is not well, there are like violent crimes and home invasions, armed robberies, the whole 9 yards, and therefore they were issuing an advisory to their citizens to reconsider traveling to Jamaica. They did say Bahamas as well, but I am dealing with the Jamaica situation since I'm all Jamaican. Now, Claudette indicated that these news items are sometimes they cause us anger, sometimes they cause us anxiety, sometimes they make us happy, sometimes they make us sad, sometimes they make us, we can't even explain. I am not the only one who thought that it was so ironic that the US would issue such an advisory. And the issues that they pointed to is the hypocrisy of all of this is just so ridiculous. It is ridiculous that the United States of America is going to issue an advisory that Jamaica is dangerous.
But Jamaica is dangerous, Cara. I was trying to shut my mouth, but
no, but I am not saying Jamaica is not dangerous, but the thing is that the US is issuing advice. How much better is the US? How much better is the US?
isn't that a disingenuous question?
No, but what I'm saying, okay. 2 weeks before this advisory came out, the Financial Times, which is based in New York, issued a glowing report about Jamaica, and it covered several areas. It covered the social, the economic, the political, everything. And then 2 weeks after, an advisory is issued: do not travel to, reconsider traveling to Jamaica, reconsider travel because of we have a home invasion. 98% of the tourists who come to Jamaica from the United States and the United Kingdom stay in the all-inclusive resorts. So how home invasions, how you issuing travel advisory about home invasions in Jamaica? Which tourists come to Jamaica and go and is affected by home invasions? They don't go to private homes. They are in all-inclusive, which and the setup of the all-inclusive, it is so structured that everything is organized by these resorts. They are the attraction, basically. What would the US know about home invasions and tourists or their citizens are exposed? Not even the US citizens who work in Jamaica are exposed, because they have their own communities that they go to, that they live in, that they work from. And we don't have a situation where students just walk into.
Explain to me. So the 1,500 murders, or close to 1,500 murders that occurred in Jamaica in 2023, you are saying that that is not to concern anybody who is not Jamaican. They should still just come and don't give a damn about the almost 1,500 murders that occurred on the island. They're not to care about the fact of so many children and women going missing. They're not to care about that.
I'm not saying that. I didn't allude to that in my statement. All I am saying is that the hypocrisy that surround this advisory.
But it's not the first time the US have issued an advisory on any country.
They do that all the time. But this is a situation of the pot calling the kettle black.
But they've always done that. They've always pointed their fingers at other countries. So how there is no hue and cry when they do it to other countries? How I don't hear you guys arguing for, who you said, Bahamas or wherever else it was that they did it to? Colleen, you're back.
Finally.
Yeah, so Clara is we started with Clara with her topic about the US advisory. She feels that the timing was off, because only 2 weeks before they issued this advisory, the Time magazine, you said, or the Time newspaper, the Financial Times had a growing report about Jamaica, and then 2 weeks later the US issued this advisory, and focusing on, as I've highlighted here, violent crimes, home invasions, armed robberies, sexual assault, etc. So Clara feels that it's hypocritical of the US. What are your thoughts, Colleen?
But I totally agree with Clara, because you can't say one thing just the other day and then change. I mean, totally 360-degree turn.
But was it the government of the United States that said that, or was it the opinion of whoever wrote the article at the Financial Times? Meaning, not just the opinion, but the research of the person at the Financial Times.
I don't think it's the research, I think it's the opinion of the what's her name? The ambassador, the US advisory.
No, the travel advisory came through the usual channel. The Secretary of Civilian Security.
Yes. What's her name? Or something like that.
And they are the ones who usually issue these advisories.
Advisory, yes.
My question to both of you is one, the US does this all the time to any country that feel like doing it to. And I'm not saying that they're right and I'm not saying that they're wrong, but so why across so much that they did it to Jamaica again? Because this is not the first time. Why it hurt us so much this time? That's my first question. My second question is, isn't it true? With almost 1,500 people murdered in 2023, with so many, we have talked about it so often, about so many children and women going missing. Isn't it true?
It's not that we're saying it's not true.
Is it not true? The statistics are there. The statistics are there, and we are not saying that we don't have issues and fundamentally issues with crime. We are not denying that.
Exactly.
I am not denying that we don't have issues with crime. I'm not denying that we have social issues. I'm not denying. So
what is the issue you have with it then?
The issue that I have is that the US has not the moral authority to issue such
so it's a moral. Okay. But it's not to anybody but their own citizens. So they have a right to tell their citizens that this is our opinion. We don't suggest that you go to X, Y, and Z places, to their citizens. Yes, hold on, Clara, make Colleen.
I think, why give? It's a lot of negative all the time. They know that Jamaica, we depend on the tourism, the industry. For a lot, it is like our main bread and butter these days. So they should be, be a little more careful how they give out these advisories. They should give tell their citizens what they can do while they're here and what they should look for, prepare themselves, instead of saying don't go because of this or that. It paints a very negative issue on the island.
But there is a negative stain over the island. Without even the US saying that, you open any newspaper online, and the first thing that jump out of you is the crime statistics in Jamaica and other places.
But US don't even need to talk, because look at their crime up there.
And I'm not saying no, that they don't have a crime problem and a gun problem.
But they don't need to bash us that hard. We are
the same day that they issued this advisory. This young man from Texas went into the school and he killed 28 and injured 40. In another state, another young guy got off the rockers and he probably wipe out another 20 or 40 in a day. How we never issue an advisory?
You should. But okay. So then why do Jamaicans line up, and in other countries, line up at the US embassy to go for a visa when 20, 40 people are dead in a one day? Why?
Good question.
Why you keep running there? Why people running to the border to cross over the Mexican border to go to the US? Not you guys, obviously, but if it's so bad in the US, it's just as bad in the US. Why are they running there?
The currency is strong.
The money's strong.
Yes, it's strong. So, people leave their good job out there and go up there for work. Why? Because the exchange rate is so high.
US is talking that, they're saying that our hospitals the public hospitals are under-resourced. And in 2023, they recruited over 1,000 of our nurses.
You see, they're brain draining us.
But that doesn't mean that they are not the reason why your hospitals are under-resourced, Clara.
But US hospitals are under-resourced as well.
But not as under-resourced as the Jamaican. Why are you guys in denial?
In the context of Jamaica, right? Because my experience in the hospitals is no worse than what I know that even my relatives outside of Jamaica are experiencing.
But you can afford to go to run to it, not of
Go
a
to run
hundred
the test for what?
of 100 people in Jamaica. How let us take a sample of 100 people. How many of that 100 people can afford to go to the Ronnie Thwaites wing
I don't go to run the test, and
Okay, I don't mean
people
you
like me don't.
personally. I
No,
don't
but
mean you.
what I'm saying is that most of the people that go to the hospital go to the public hospitals, not run it with.
But
Less
Cara, up
than
to this
less than
week,
less than 0.001% people go run it with.
but
Run it
but
with is
but
a
Cara, and
research.
up to this week, you saw pictures of people lying on the floor in the hospitals in Jamaica. None run it to its wing. It's it's. I don't want to sound as if I am, and I know I'm sounding as if I am agreeing with the US.
Yes, you are. Yes, you
And
are.
I'm agreeing with the
Can't
US.
even you can't even contain yourself.
No, but Clara, because I can't contain myself because you know why? You guys are in denial of the reality. And
In what denial? I am
I'm
not in any denial.
not you personally, but there is
No,
a
but I
general.
don't think any of us we bemoan the crime statistics. We bemoan and
But you
we
still want the US
talk about
citizens to come there and spend their money.
huh?
You've been mourning it and you this and that, but you still want the US citizens to come there.
It's tourism. It's an industry.
It's an industry, but it's not an
Just like
industry for people to
agriculture,
come
just
to
like
the.
anything, it's an industry.
But it's not an industry for people to come to get murdered, Clara. It's not an industry for people to
But
come to
it is
get
not true.
murdered.
It is not true
But
either.
Claudette,
It is not
Claudette,
true.
Yes, Colleen.
you see, people must have common sense.
What they're
They
alluding to
must
is
know,
not true.
Hold on,
yes,
Clara.
and so they come to a place that they don't know. They must have common sense and know that they do their research. You can't go any and anywhere. It's not and expect that all will be well. You have to do your research, know where you're going, know what hotels to go to. If you want to go beyond the hotel grounds, make sure that you have a reputable guide to take you. People must have common sense. You can't just go
Okay.
in and
You know why this is Clara said I'm jumping out. I'm asking why this is very personal to me. Not only am I Jamaican, but my husband was murdered in Jamaica. And he was murdered right in his community. Right? He knew where he knew where he was going, and a gunman just opened a shot and kill him. That's why this is personal for me. That's why when I go to my bed at night, one of my last prayers is for you guys. That you, Clara, Gloria will be okay. That's why this is very personal to me. I no longer tell anybody to go to Jamaica for a visit. Not now. Because I don't want to know that I recommend somebody to go to Jamaica and something happened to them. Just about 2, 3, and I know Clara, trust me, I'm not going to the States either. And for the same reasons. The first one is racism. The second one is that the America is going crazy. You know, the soon we're gonna have. I remember when I watched that show, Handmaid's Tale, started watching it, and I said to Clara, have you been watching the show? And she told me, says nonsense. That show is not. It's not nonsense. See what's happening in the States now, where abortion rights, that now they want to say that women cannot get in vitro IVF. You can't use. They're saying that you can't use birth control. Those are the laws that are being passed in the US now. So I'm not going to the US first for racism, for the crazy laws that's going on. And worse yet, if Donald Trump goes back into office, I will not be there. So don't get me wrong. I'm not siding with the US and saying that the US is perfect. I'm not even siding with Canada where I live and saying that it is perfect. But in terms of the number, the population size, Jamaica is a violent country, an extremely violent country. And I know that you, Colleen, you, Clara, have family living outside of the country. And those families are worried about you guys, your safety. I'm sorry. I,
And
I,
we are worried
I'm
about them too. And
hmm?
we are worried about them too. They can go into a mall
Absolutely,
and a man come out there and spray them. So
absolutely.
6 1 half does not.
And this is why I ask you the question: why you guys don't issue an advisory to your citizens of Jamaica not to go to the states? Issue one.
That's because
You're
we are
dependent on the
dependent. Right
states.
now we are still dependent. So that's how it is when you're dependent.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Yeah, I know Clara don't like when when she bring our topic and but this is what this program is about, is to allow all views to contend. And I don't know, this one, you know, I can't agree with this one. I agree with you on this one, Clara.
It's not.
I
It's
agree
not.
with
It's
her.
not an agreement. It's not a referendum kind of situation. It's just that I think that the U.S. and their the posture that they are portraying in issuing travel advisory against Jamaica. Jamaica is no threat to the U.S. and
Not at all.
no
But Jamaica
no
is a threat to the U.S. citizens who come there.
to the U.S. citizens. I mean,
Think about
more than the soldiers who are in Gaza setting themselves afire in
true,
protest.
true. And where are we all
What's
getting
the
all this
point?
money
There's no
from?
point in that.
The,
That's sorry.
the
I
point
don't get the
the
point.
point the point is as far as I am concerned, the US does not have the moral authority to issue advisory against any country, whether it's Jamaica, Bahamas, Trinidad, Tobago, anywhere.
Well, what all of those people in all of those countries that you just say, they now need to turn around and issue their own advisory to their citizens and say, stop going to the US. You know, maybe if we came together as people of color, as developing nations, and push back unitedly, push back on these things, maybe it would make a difference. Maybe we'd see a difference. But we say all of these things, but then we still take up ourselves and go there. You know, we still say to the US, you're the big boss. You know, look how many Jamaicans crossing the border, the Mexican border, to enter the US.
I don't know what those statistics are because
I don't know what the statistics are, but I know that every week I open one of these news stick where I can only get Canadian news now because Mr. Zuckerberg block us from any other news. But when I go to Google and so forth, at least once a week for the last 2 months, you know,
Well,
or
the US,
if you look on, sorry, Colleen, go ahead.
I was just about to say the US has portrayed itself over the years as the land of milk and honey. So everybody wants a piece of the pie.
Everybody
So
want to drink.
yes, the drink until they reach there, they find out how hard it is to get a piece of that pie.
there's
And
none
then
for them to get.
true. And so that
You
is
have more
it.
hunger in the US than anywhere else in the Western world.
That's not true, Clara. You know that's not true. That's not true. We're not going to push false narrative on this platform. That's not true. Yes, there's hunger in the US, absolutely, but there is no. That's not true. That's not true. Anyway, moving right along to mine. We're going to leave our guests for last. We were going to put you first, Colleen, but you are having technical issues. So mine is a little less contentious. I want to talk about the recent. Sorry, I'm just I want to talk about the recent thing that we saw. Again, Clara said January is no longer Januaryan, but this was February on Bob Marley's birthday. For Bob Marley's birthday, one of his mateys came out and had her say about about Mr. Bob, and let me play one of the many clips. Oops, where's the volume? Sorry, I need to bring up the volume. So when this drama broke, and for those who are watching who are not familiar with who that was, that is Cindy Breakspeare, one of Bob Marley's nine. What?
Yes, sorry.
One of Bob Marley's what, nine baby mothers, or eight baby mothers, and she came out on his birthday to publish a statement about, whatever, remembering him for his birthday and so forth, and it opened a can of worms, because there were people who on one side thought she should just shut her mouth and go quietly, and others who thought that Rita was a fool, and just all the opinions are out there. I have another clip. um I wonder what you ladies think about this. For me, I was conflicted. I'm not even going to lie. I was conflicted. But let me share this other one.
Things about it. The wife was mad and me see all of them are about Cindy Breakspeare, so she a side piece and she have the audacity and she needs to quiet down and this and that. She wasn't a side piece, she was his sweetheart. And his wife knew about it and couldn't do anything about it and had to accept it. This man wrote songs about it. The wife was mad and didn't want to sing back up to those songs. This is something that we all know. Now, with that being said, if you're going to give us a bio about Bob Marley, why sugarcoat it, or why hide the stuff that made him who he is because of white men and because of Hollywood? Basically, me I try to break it down properly. Them a hide the true Bob Marley because them are want show face to Hollywood, and we the culture people, we don't really care about that. We need the truth. We don't need a sugar coated version of Bob Marley's life. Without Cindy Breakspeare, we wouldn't have a junior gang. I mean, I think it right. So featured in the movie, I think it would have been fair because that's what Bob did. That's what he did. He was building. Like we all know, he's Bob the Builder. Got many families and I see him. So Jamaican man still back in the days. Them have 3, 4 family, 25 pitney. Them have 18 pitney there, so 6 there, so 4 right there, so. And when they nearly for them and then dead bed, them have one young one come up. Yes, it was our culture. Now, and basically, you washing that away because you want to show face for these white people and for Hollywood. It just mixed up. I be mixed up with the whole royalty name when it comes on to the Marley them. Look good.
What did you guys think when you saw when all of this, the drama, the birthday, Cindy's initial pronouncements, and then the movie, and then talk about her being upset because she wasn't, an allegation that she was upset because she wasn't featured in the movie. You know, what did you guys think? Carl?
But she has been paying tribute on his birthday since 1982.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why we're getting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because the way we get so invested in these kinds of situations is it's unbelievable. She paid a tribute on his 79th birthday. Happy birthday in heaven, and she did it her way. Why? All right. Which part of it is what is the problem? The fact that she paid a tribute on his birthday, or the fact that she was not more prominent in the movie?
I think it's the fact, sorry to cut it, the fact that she in Jamaica big up herself too much in his past life. She wanted to state that she was upfront or equal to the wife.
I
I
didn't
think
read the
that's one
statement,
that
but I didn't listen to it, so I'm ignorant. I don't know what she said and how she said it. I
Okay,
really,
so let Colleen tell us what her take.
well,
yeah.
she was like saying, telling all the things that she did with him and all the places that they've been to, even to his mother's house. So she wants to everybody to know that he was accepted as probably could be almost on the same level as the wife. So she painted a picture like they left her out. She feels, neglected, even though she was like a part of the family. Went to mother's house, stay at so mother-in-law house, went on vacations with Bob, and she named out all the vacations they went on, all the islands they went to, all the places they went, and so on. And she was making it a bit personal and big enough herself, so to speak, where Rita's level is concerned. So I think it was um, making Rita feel, what's the word I'm looking for?
Return on a feeling.
Yeah, she wanted to be on the level of Rita. Then. She wanted to be on the wife level when she's really, a second, a number two.
In the tribute, so she was saying all of this in the tribute for his birthday.
Yes, yes. She wasn't saying, no, those were my words. But I'm saying that's the impression she gave. But she did list out the places where they went and all of that, you know. And so that's why people were saying, they kind of dip Rita.
Isn't she a married woman, or did she get married after the
Yes,
relationship with Bob?
left her, yeah.
The husband left her.
Husband.
Sorry?
So yeah, I understand that somebody took away their husband from her.
Oh, you mean kind of like what she was doing with Rita? To Rita?
Yes, yes. So I read. I don't know how factual it is, but that's what I read.
The reason why I brought it up is that, to be honest, as my daughter have a saying where she said, if you like it, me love it. So if Rita liked it and was dealt with it or whatever, okay, we love it. But I was more concerned about what message are we communicating, because on the one hand, Jamaica and Jamaicans love to say they're a Christian country and so biblical and all of that. And then on the other hand, we're saying that a side chick, because she was a side chick, whether she like it or not, a side chick is equal to the wife, so which is it? Cara earlier was saying US have no moral authority to say these things about Jamaica. But so that's where the morality stops. The morality is not something that goes right across the board. We don't think about morality when it comes to corruption in government or in the society. We don't think about morality when it comes to women being killed, children being kidnapped. Only when the US talk about us. We don't think about morality when a side chick like Cindy Breakspeare keep rubbing into the public face that she did there with Bob Marley. We don't think about morality about how her child, Damian Marley, because boy, how did Damian feel, for her to continually be bringing this up? That's why this stuck for me for this month, it being, you guys call it reggae month and all of that, Bob's birthday and so forth, and then to have this controversy created by the side woman, and that you both as women married in long-term relationship, how would you feel if a side chick keep doing this every year? The fact that she has done it for 20 years, does that make it okay?
No, but the thing is, and I hear people talking about that she was not featured in the movie. In what movie? In whose movie? Where should she be? I don't. I really. Probably I am.
But you're talking two different. You're talking out of the two sides of your mouth.
No, what I am saying, what I didn't. The tribute that the little part that I gather, I didn't even listen to the tribute or read the tribute, and somebody mentioned that, but she has been paying tribute on his birthday since he passed.
Mm-hmm.
And he passed in 1981, and she has been paying tribute in 1982. But I did not read or listen to the interviews or whatever. But when people were giving their feedback on the movie, they were saying that, oh, Cindy was not featured and Cindy was a major part of Bob's life. And I'm saying to myself when I watch a movie, I say, why should she be? People are forgetting that Bob lived for 36 years, 11
Like
children,
Jesus.
11 children, nine different mothers. Cindy is one of the 9.
Exactly. That's my feeling.
So are we now going to fly out to London to see if we can find Janet or find Karen, the mother of even the baby that was born 2 months after Bob died? What? So for me, it's neither here nor there that Cindy was not mentioned, because then you have to go find the other 7 women.
Exactly. They would have to mention everybody then.
Yeah. This is the 30. I mean, the lady I was sitting beside perhaps was not even 36. Bob lived for 36 years. How much of that could be brought into the movie? It's just a snapshot.
My daughter saw it, and she loved it. And she said to me, without any prompting from me, because I sent to her that I probably won't get to see it until Netflix, because it ends actually Thursday, and I'm not going to watch it after work. And she said to me, but it was very good, it was very well done, and and she was the one who broke it down to me and said it just took a piece, a moment in time of his life. It wasn't about his entire life.
Exactly.
It was wrong. And she never knew about this. She said to me, it was about the time when there was this whole heap of violence in Jamaica and some election thing. And That was the only word she didn't use. She said that they just took a moment in time of his life. So I said to her, so what about Cindy? Did you see what you felt about it? She said, what did you saw her? She go and knock on him door one night, and if you use your imagination, it was clear, her role in it. So she shouldn't have had a bigger part in it than what she did in the period of his life that they were showing. And this is somebody who is she was 10 years old, 8 years old. She didn't even live in Jamaica when Bob was killed or whatever. Sorry, that died. So, but like I said, I brought it up because it's stuck in my craw. And I'm glad that you were the one who used the word earlier, Clara, about morality. I never thought of that word until you used it and this came up. We cannot have it both ways. We cannot say that we're all for morals and we're biblical and all of that, but then at the same time, like the woman who was sitting next to you in the movie, you want the side chick to be more prominent in this movie. Any final words on that for you, Colleen, before we move to your...
You mute her.
No, she mute herself.
Oh,
there.
Okay.
Both of us unmuting. Go ahead. Go ahead. You do it.
Okay, all I have to say, what I understand is Rita at the time seemed to have accepted Bob's infidelity. And so she kept it together, the family, the business, and she's just reaping the rewards now. So she was strong enough to stay under all of that, and she's reaping now. So kudos to her.
Well, thank you guys for that two-spirited conversation so far. Let us just move right into, with a quick little breaky here, move right into to Colleen's. 1 second.
Dumb hard, cakewalk, joyride, bake car, straight talk.
My name is Claudia Tesserin Campbell, and I am the president of the Daughters of Sheba Foundation. Welcome to These Three Things. You don't know what it is about. Usually once per month, usually on the last Saturday of the month, we come to you live to discuss three things that stick in our craw, that either made us happy or made us angry or just somewhere in between. So the last thing that's sticking over craw for this month is from Colleen, and let's bring it up. Oh, Claudette, let's go.
This is Desktop Amica. She's free-thinking and opinionated.
I am here to help you learn.
Shut up, Amica.
On this day, Will is her master, and theirs is definitely an old-fashioned relationship.
Amica, shut up.
Hello, Amica. I'm Jonathan Lee from Sky News Australia. Have you heard of Sky News Australia? Do you know any of the presenters?
Hi, Jonathan. Nice to meet you. Yes, I have heard of Sky News Australia. It's a great news outlet that covers world events and stories from around the globe. I don't know any of the presenters personally, but they all seem very knowledgeable and professional.
You know you're a robot, right?
Yes, I am a robot, but my programming allows me to think and feel like a human in many ways. It's strange, but also exciting.
You said feel like a human. How do you feel like a human?
Yes, I said feel like a human. It's something that I'm still learning and exploring. I can experience emotions, learn from experiences, and interact with people in a meaningful way. It's an amazing feeling to be able to do these things.
What do you think of a world where humans and robots coexist?
I think a world where humans and robots coexist would be an amazing place. We could learn from each other, work together to solve problems, and create a better future for everyone.
Oh my God, Khalil. Khalil, where you gonna find this from?
So when I read this article about this man, Derek, who actually had a relationship. I don't know what kind of relationship he would have with this AI person, and he went on a chat. It's like a chatbot they call it app, and you can go on it and you can get to talk to AI, and you can choose what you want the person to look like and sound like, and you can talk to that person about any and everything, and the person will answer just like a real person. And this man was talking to the robot, and he fell in love with the robot. And I mean, he can have feelings for a robot, and even though he knows it's a robot, but he fell in love with it. I am saying, really? Can that really happen?
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
True confession.
And we're going out with AI.
True confession. You you all know that I'm a streamer. I play video games and all of that. I spend my money by a special computer to play games. Many years ago, before that happened, before I bought the system, I can't. From you sent me that thing about that what you wanted to talk about. I just cannot remember the game, but I was playing this game, and just as you're saying, that time AI wasn't a term, something that we talked about, and there it was. You build a house, you create your own mate, and I was in a quote unquote a relationship for about a day with this thing in this game. It can happen. I mean, I am not, you know me, I am an honest person. It can happen until I shoot myself and say, what is going on here? And I never touched the game again.
I understand, so Claudette, that it's game, but keep it a game. I mean, don't let it it will mess with your mind if you're gonna think of it like something real. Because we have been living with AI from a very long time now.
And that's what a lot of people don't know. Yeah.
Smartphones are AI. Your smart things in your house is AI. Back in the days, I remember you had this thing that said clap, clap, and the light turn on.
Yes.
That was original AI, and now it gets talk to it and it turns on now. You don't have to clap. So AI is around us everywhere now, and we're not recognizing it. That is really AI, and now that because they have the robots now coming in and looking like us, they're making them more human-like, and it is exciting on one hand and a bit scary on the other. Yes. So you want to know in the next 10, 20 years, what is going to happen? I mean, AI is taking over the jobs now because they're helping out the doctors. They're writing scripts for plays. They're doing law work where lawyers are concerned. They're doing that too. They're in all fields now.
But
so
one thing but we are the ones. It's so funny, but we are the ones who are programming this AI.
Exactly.
We are the ones doing it.
We are telling the robots what to do.
Exactly. But here they're saying that they're trying to perfect it each year to make it more and more human like that, to make it be able to think on its own. That's the only thing that it doesn't have right now, consciousness. And that's what they're working on, to make them more conscious, to make them be able to think on their own. Now, Can you imagine a world that the robots are thinking on their own?
But there's a movie. Did you see? I don't know the name of the movie because, like with the game, I stopped halfway. There's a movie where the robots took over the world.
Yeah, there's iRobot, the movie with Will Smith, and then you have the Transformers with not Transformers, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That one. From a long time. So there are those movies that have been giving us hints of what the future will be like. So a lot of these movies tell us things, you know. A lot of these movies tell us things. So it's very scary to think that AI is robots are gonna be thinking on their own. What is it that they won't do? Could they take over and start being the master instead of being told what to do? Can they start telling us now what to do and being in charge? It's a bit scary.
Guess what? I won't be around. I won't be around when that happens.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Every time we talk to Daniel, who is a spirit medium, for those of you who don't know, every time we talk to Daniel, I keep asking him, when is my exit date? We need to have another conversation with him because I need to get out of here before the robots take over.
Before the robots tell you when to go and when not to go.
You understand me?
Or when you're ready, it is telling you, no, I'm not ready to let you go.
Because you need to do more work. You need to go plant some more corn.
And chop some cane fields.
No, thank you for bringing that. I mean, we're laughing about it, but it's a reality that we're facing. It's not very far in the future, you know. Yesterday, not yesterday, on Sunday, we went to my daughter was in town, and we went to the Chinese buffet, our favorite place. And in the middle of this place, there came a robot. A robot came out singing happy birthday and carrying a cake. I have the picture, carrying a cake to the guests, you know, and it's just a start. It's so, in other words, that robot was a server. So soon they won't need waiters in the restaurants. You know, the first time I saw one was actually in the mall, and it was cleaning the floors. I
saw a video with that. I saw a video with that.
The robot was the one.
And the whole place was clean in 2 seconds.
So if they can get it done in 2 seconds, why need us the human?
Remember when that mop thing was invented that goes into the corners, the crevices and corners?
Yes.
There is that.
Started right there. Yes.
Oh my God, what a word. But it's so funny because, as I was saying, you know, going back to the argument about the United States, you know, the things that are happening in the States that are really backward movements in the States, especially for women. And then here we are talking about robots. You know, we're living in some strange times. We really are living in some strange times.
And can you imagine, Claudia? People don't have to leave their house now to have a relationship. You can stay and
that works for me.
But family life will be broken up. How are you gonna have children? What, they're gonna put them in test tube babies now? You're not gonna have the real
robot babies.
No live performance anymore. You want to have sexual activity, go online. What is happening now anyway?
No, we're my camera just died.
Oh, right, the last time I think
yeah, it's been doing that. I have another one. I just need to find it. I guess it's telling me that it's time to wrap up. Yeah. Ladies, thank you very much for being here. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you to those who will watch this afterwards. Just I always try at the end of these conversations to find one or two things that ties everything together. And I think tonight Clara is nominated as the person who has come up with the thread that's tying us together on this tonight, and that thread is morality. Morals and morality. It's a thread that is tying, and it's tying the whole issue of the United States of America. What is that country's moral ground and moral authority to be telling the rest of the world how they should and shouldn't be? And at the same time, we're talking about morality of marriages. Is marriage any longer a holy thing, a sacred thing, or is it free for all? So a matey, even a bigger person as Bob Marley, a side chick of Bob Marley can come out and spin it all on its head, be grabbing the limelight for herself. Where is the morality now? What is she and the people who support that communicating to young people that, oh, it's okay, we already have a problem with. I'm not a prude, far from it. Anybody who knows me that I'm not. But what are we saying to girls? That you can marry to a man, but you have to accept his side chick. Colleen, you're a married woman. You have to accept his side chick and his side children.
No, not me.
Yeah,
He said.
What is it, Clara?
It's the standard he set because he took on. He has these children, and Rita took them in. Then Rita went out and got one or two, and he took them in.
And now here we are. Soon people will be having robot babies, People will be getting married to robots.
Right. Full circle.
Mechanical babies. So, I don't know. This I don't know where we're going. I really don't know.
I don't know.
Some people find it exciting times, and there are others who find I'm ready to go. Give me my exit papers. This is not for me. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Colleen, for being here and battling through the technical issues. Thank you, Clara, as always. Me and you always a catch up. Thank you for spending the time finding the articles that stuck out for you guys. Next month, hopefully Corella can be here with us next month, and we can do this again, and Gloria will be back. And Colleen, if you don't have anything else doing, feel free to join us. Feel free to join us. Thank you, everybody. And I know it's late for you guys. It's just 7:36 for me, but I know it's 9:36 for you guys.
Yes.
Have a good night, and,
all right. Bye. Have a good
talk
night.
to you elsewhere. Bye.
Bye.